Big changes, Germany's new political scene. The German election in 2025 has really shaken things up, changing the country's politics and surprising everyone in Europe. The center-right Christian Democratic Union and its Bavarian partner, the Christian Social Union, won, getting 28.6% of the votes. This win is a big move to the right, but it's the rise of the far-right alternative for Germany that's got everyone worried. The AfD's success, getting 20.8% of the votes, is a huge moment in German politics and makes people wonder about the country's future. Surprisingly, the center-left Social Democratic Party, led by Chancellor Olaf Scholz, lost badly, dropping to a record low of 16.4%. This big loss for the SPD, along with the AfD's unexpected win, has caused chaos in German politics. The usual political system is shaken up, and making a stable government will be really hard. As Germany deals with the results of this election, the world is watching closely, knowing the outcome will affect Europe and other places too. The CDU-CSU's win happened because of a few things. Germany, like many countries, has been dealing with tough economic problems. High inflation caused by rising energy prices has made life more expensive and worried voters. The war in Ukraine has made these money problems worse, messing up supply chains and making things uncertain. Because of this, the CDU-CSU, led by Friedrich Merz, focused on their ability to handle the economy and keep things stable. Merz, an experienced politician with a background in finance, seemed like a safe choice during uncertain times. He spoke to voters tired of money worries and wanting things to be stable again. Older voters, who usually care a lot about economic security, really liked the CDU-CSU's message. Also, the CDU-CSU looked stronger compared to the current SPD government, which seemed weak. The most worrying part of the German election is the rise of the AfD. Using people's unhappiness, the AfD has become a major political power. The party's success comes partly from using people's worries about immigration and cultural changes. Germany, like many European countries, has seen big population changes recently, and the AfD has used people's fears about losing their national identity. The party's words, often angry and divisive, have connected with voters who are disappointed with the current politicians. The AfD is especially popular in the former East Germany, where economic problems and feeling left out have made it easy for the party's message to spread. But the AfD is also becoming more popular in Western Germany. The AfD's rise is very concerning. The party's far-right ideas like nationalism, being against foreigners, and not liking the European Union, go against the values of tolerance, diversity, and working with Europe that have been important to Germany since World War II. With so many different political parties, making a government will be tricky. The CDU-CSU won, but they don't have enough power on their own and need to team up with other parties. There are a few options, and each one could change Germany's future. One option is a center-right team-up between the CDU-CSU and the Liberal Free Democratic Party. This team would probably focus on making the economy freer and being careful with money. But the FDP's support for the European Union might cause problems with some in the CDU-CSU. Another option is a big team-up between the CDU-CSU and the SPD. This would make things stable, but it's not likely because the SPD lost so badly and doesn't want to team up with the CDU-CSU again. A more interesting but harder option is a team-up between the CDU-CSU and the Greens. The Greens, who did well in the election, want more power, but they have very different ideas than the CDU-CSU, especially about the environment and social programs, and they would need to agree on these things. Germany, on the world stage, charting a new course? The German election will have a big impact on the world. Germany, as Europe's biggest economy and an important country, plays a big role in international affairs. The election results make people wonder about Germany's future relationships with other countries. Friedrich Merz has hinted at a possible change in Germany's relationship with the United States, suggesting a stronger approach. Merz has also talked about Europe being more independent, an idea that's become popular lately. The election results could also change how Germany deals with Russia. Merz has been tough on Russia, especially after the war in Ukraine. He wants more money for defense and a stronger German military in NATO. The election results will likely affect the European Union a lot. Germany's support for the EU has been very important, and any change in Germany's position would have big consequences. Understanding the voters' two different Germanys. To understand the German election, we need to look at the different types of voters and how voting patterns change across the country. The election showed a clear difference between East and West Germany. The AfD was most successful in the former East Germany, where economic problems, feeling left out, and missing the old East German government have led to support for the far right. In contrast, the AfD wasn't as successful in Western Germany, where the economy is generally better and people still strongly support democracy. The election also showed differences between generations. The AfD got a lot of support from younger voters, especially young men, who feel left behind by globalization and are unhappy with politicians. Older voters, however, were more likely to support the CDU-CSU and the SPD because they prefer stability and experience. What happens next? Germany's uncertain future. The German election has created a lot of uncertainty. The political scene is divided, making a stable government is hard, and the threat of the far right is growing. The next few weeks and months will be very important for Germany's future. The results of coalition talks will decide the country's plans, and the new government's ability to deal with the problems that helped the AfD grow will be key to fighting the far right. The German people have voted and the results are mixed. People want change, but they also want democracy and values like tolerance and inclusion. The challenge now is to find a way forward that addresses everyone's concerns while protecting the values that have made Germany a symbol of hope and stability in a complicated world. Big changes in Europe impact beyond Germany. The German election will affect other countries too. The European Union, already dealing with many problems, now has to deal with a possibly stronger Germany, maybe less willing to compromise on important issues. The rise of the AfD has also worried other European countries, making far-right movements in other places stronger. Governments in Washington, Moscow, and Beijing will be watching the election results closely. Germany's decisions about other countries, especially Russia and China, will be important for the whole world. As Germany enters this new period, the world is watching anxiously, knowing that the stakes are high. What happens in Europe, and even the world, may depend on the choices Germany makes in the coming weeks and months.